Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a great day. This video is my current foundation and eyebrow routine. Now this is not an updated version just because I've never done this before, but I've been wanting to do it for a while. And this is one of my favorite videos to watch on YouTube. For those of you who enjoy watching these videos, I think this is a great opportunity for you to see what foundations work for people who have normal skin, dry, combo, sensitive, oily. You know, it's just a great way to do your research if you want to try out a new foundation and try out new products before you go out and purchase it, and then you get a letdown because it doesn't work for you or you just didn't do your research. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I have oily skin, and now it's starting to become like combination normal just because I've been changing my skincare routine lately, and I guess like my daily activities have been different now. And at the same time, like when it comes to my foundation, I want it to be like medium coverage. I don't want full coverage just because I feel like it just melts off my face. If I have light coverage, then it kind of defeats the purpose of covering my imperfections when it comes to like my acne scarring. So you can see right here along my cheeks, like right along my cheekbones, which is weird. So yeah. So when I get started, I have that moisturizer on, and I usually apply a primer, and the primer I'm using is the L'Oreal Studio Fix Anti-Redness Primer. Now green counteracts redness, and for me the redness on my face is more so to cover up, just to lessen the redness of my acne scars, and I usually apply it in my T-zone. I don't put too much, but just a little bit. I put it on my T-zone, around my nose, around my chin, just to help even out my face. So I already applied my primer. Now for my foundation, the one that I've been loving for the past few months, and I think everybody should try, is from NARS. It's their Sheer Glow foundation, and this is in the shade Stromboli. Now this foundation is meant for people who have normal to dry skin. So you're thinking, why do I have this? Well, this is one of my first high-end foundations I ever purchased, and it's actually reaching its shelf life. So I rummaged through my makeup collection, and I found this a few months ago, and I was like, you know what, let me just give this a shot because I don't want to waste it. And this is my perfect shade for the winter. And somehow my face doesn't look dry. It has a nice glow to it by the end of the day. Like, even though I do get like really oily, I just have to like blotch my face with like a blotting sheet, whatever. But I think overall it's just a nice lightweight coverage. It's buildable, and you feel like it doesn't feel like you're wearing foundation at all. Now this is the old packaging. It does come in a glass container, but it doesn't have a pump. I think the new packaging does come with a pump. And they also have this for matte foundation as well. So I know I'm definitely going to go back to any NARS counter, and in the summertime I'm definitely going to test out, find out what shade I am so that I have something for the summer. But yeah, this is 1 fluid ounce, and I believe it retails for like $34, $35. So I just like to apply dots around my face with this foundation. And what I like to use when applying this foundation, I like to use my beauty blender, a damp beauty blender. It's kind of dirty. But I just first like to pat this all over my face before I blend it all out. So once I pat it out a little bit, I just like to blend it all over my face. I use this foundation every day. I use this when I go to work, on weekends. I use it all the time, and it just has great coverage, like I said. Very lightweight. It has no SPF in it for those of you who prefer SPF in your foundations. For those of you who don't, that's just a little note to remember. I move on to concealer. I'm going to use this, also is from NARS. This is the NARS concealer, I think in the shade Ginger. It's a lipstick tube. This is the old packaging as well. They do have a new one, and it's just twisted up like this. You can see I've used a lot of it. And I'm just going to go over some dark spots I have on my face, just to hide it. Now this is a very creamy concealer, and it does a really good job with covering any spots that the foundation did not cover. So right along my nose. A little more to cover up some redness. And then I just use the pointy side of the Beauty Blender, and then I just pat the areas where I applied the concealer. Underneath my eyes, I use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Medium. This is like absolutely amazing. Now I don't use the NARS concealer just because it's a little bit too creamy and a little dry, that it tends to settle into my fine lines. So I like to use the liquid for a under eye concealer. So just apply it right underneath the eyes, and then same thing using the pointed side of the Beauty Blender. I just blend that underneath the eyes, and I also blend it going past my eyes, just to also, like, it also lightens up my face. Along, you can already see a difference in my face where everything looks even. You can't see any imperfections, and for me, like, I have a big face, so I just need to cover everything. Everything needs to be covered. Yeah, you can, like, yeah, this is great. So that's that for my foundation. And usually I set it with a powder. This is from MAC. This is their Studio Fix in the shade NC40. I also have the NARS powder, but I just don't know where it is. But I just lightly pat the powder over my entire face. I don't blend it because the foundation will move. So instead I just pat it, and I don't put a lot. Just put very little just to set everything. And then now for my brows, I always use a pencil. I've always used a pencil, but lately I've been mixing it up using pencil and a powder. So first off, with the pencil, what I'm using is the Maybelline Define a Brow in the shade Medium. And what I like to do with this, first I like to brush through my brows to make sure that they all go in the same direction. And then with the pencil, what I like to do, I just actually just trace, ooh, hair. I just like to trace the natural shape of my brows. So I like to do an outline of it. Now I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here, so I'm not trying to recreate a new shape for my brows. I just want to define them and just to make them full and evened out too. So the powder I use is from Urban Decay. It's actually an eyeshadow. This is Secret Service. It's a matte brown. And the pencil I use with it is an angled brush from MAC. This is the 266. So I just lightly pat the brush into the color, and this is where I fill in the brows. So again, I'm not trying to recreate the wheel here, but I just want to give shape, definition with my brows, and I just go back with the Maybelline pencil and I just brush through them just to soften up the color. I set my face with this setting spray. This is from Urban Decay. This is the original all-nighter setting spray, and this is their newest packaging. Well, here's the final look. Kind of weird, I just have my brows and my foundation on, but no, like, nothing else to finish it. But this is what I do every day with my foundation and my brows. Again, these items I really love. I have been loving them, and I think this is a simple routine for me to do. And if I don't talk if I wasn't talking in this routine, then this would have been done like much quicker. Like, I could do this whole routine in like 5 minutes. I hope you guys like this video. I talked a lot, and the items that I use, I'll definitely list them on my blog, so you can check them out there if you are interested in any of these items. And don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, guys. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.